Welcome back to Clash of the Coasts. I'm your host, Charmaine Azor. On last week's episodes, the boys found weird and creative objects to surf on. And even though both teams got a lot of action, the East Coast boys went that extra mile. On this episode, the guys are riding switch. Whichever team can switch their stance and ride the best will win, but not before switching their style. Both teams are going to switch their coasts and give us their best impression of the other side. Let's see what the boys think of each other.
Dude, what do you want me to talk shit on the Cali guys about? I don't know anything about the Cali guys.
Doesn't matter. All right, we're back, boys, and today we got to switch. The West Coast been f***ing with us too much, and we're over those guys. So we're putting them in their place.
What are you? Cali, dude. No one can hang with this.
I start off everything I do with a shaka, so I just wanted to throw that. I've been surfing for a couple years. I started surfing when I was 15, Black Beach, San Diego, walking down the freaking goat trail, all the heavy local guys got into it with me.
I don't really know what it's the point to do. I don't know what the f going on with this challenge.
I'm from Cali, and this is how the Cali guys do it. We stay sponsored, we stay out in the water, we surf lowers, uppers, and middles every day. I'm usually hooked up, I'll go get a taco in San Clemente, Richter off the tip.
West Coast, living in the sun, they're living the dream. They get chest high offshore waves every day of the week. We surf through rain, snow, sleet. What's the deal? We got more passion, we got more heart. These guys are done for.
Just stay Brady, stay narlical, stay rad. Other than that, hold it down for the West Coast, because this is what we're all about, frickin' pomade. See you guys on the Surf Channel, rock and roll. I rip.
West Coast can suck it. What's going on, boys? We're down here at Heritage Surf and Sport to find out once and for all who is the best, the West Coast or the East Coast.
It's pretty easy finding a board for East Coast guys. Really just wanted something simple, flat rocker. Guys around here will pretty much ride whatever they can as long as it's fast, and we're pretty low maintenance when it comes to board buying.
Cali's back, Cali's back, Cali's back. Here, I'm gonna find myself a new shred stick. See what they got here. Too thin, too thin. Not even a lost. Couldn't ride this in lowers. Almost rather buy this little beater for Laguna Beach. Shred it up. Cali's back.
Cali's back to talk about some rubber. Rule number 1 about buying a wetsuit for the West Coast: always wear your frickin' shades. First of all, first things first, when you're surfing lowers, there's 90 guys out. What do you want? You want to be noticed, so what do you buy? What do you buy to look pro? The brightest frickin' suit they have. Red, pink, orange, something that's really gonna light it up. You know how we do it, dude. West Coast wetsuits. We wear a 3-2 year round because we don't ever have to suffer or anything. The weather's always the same and the waves are always firing. Peace out. Good luck getting a suit. Later.
Cali's back.
All right, to lace up the board, probably just nothing fancy, black pad, 6-foot leash, and for fins, something simple that'll work in all conditions.
We're going Cali style. Brightest pad, brightest leash. You know, you want everybody at lowers to know you're pro. Brightest guy out there's the proest. Welcome to the fin bar. I usually pick the brightest fin. You know, you want everybody to know you're blowing tail. Cali's back.
Hey guys, I don't think it looks too good. It's too big. So we should go somewhere else.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, what do you reckon? Let's go get a beer first. I'm kind of thirsty.
Always like having a couple morning brews.
Really, tide needs to drop out.
I think their surf culture, it's a lot different than out here, because out there they get a lot of smaller surf throughout most of the year. They get really cold weather, cold water. So we don't necessarily know too much what we're doing, but we're gonna attempt to dress like East Coasters. We all figure they're 10 years behind, or rednecks, exempt for New York.
Loosen you up a little bit, I reckon. Get a little beer in you, a little liquid courage for these big waves we're about to go ride.
Technique. Down in New Jersey, I'm not really sure what to expect. I think just baggy sweats, baggy shirts, baggy jeans. I don't know, just kind of working class type of vibe.
Oh, there's a guy on it.
I'll tell you one thing, they better have pints of Coors Light. I'll be upset.
Walk slow.
God damn.
Like my southern roll.
Long
white t-shirts and like smoking a cigarette 24/7.
Boys. Another day on the East Coast. You know, it's tough. They live a pretty simple life out there, which goes along with their simple vocabulary, their simple personalities.
I think he missed the part about being a little nicer.
Were you here for that?
Yeah.
He just doesn't go.
There's a good old Budweiser come back up, you know.
When it comes out, it tastes good too.
And so the truck can be the only topic that they have for like weeks on end. That's all they talk about, dude. And like, what'd your grandma do last night? She made them cookies?
Guys need to drop a few more dadgummits.
Yeah, dadgummit. I reckon the wind switching and the tires rolling in. Let's go sub. I know we got stuff switched, but let's go for it.
I've been to the East Coast probably like once or twice. It was, like I'm saying, like it's hard to remember because it was a long time ago.
You want to go back and visit right now?
I've seen a lot of ways. It looks like it's pumping out there, so kind of, but like, hell no, I don't want to go. That place.
West Coast brought some shade, and East Coast gave some pretty spot-on examples. Can both teams ride switchfoot as well as they insult each other? Let's find out.
West Coast wave check. Really, no matter what's going on out there, you're gonna want to find someone to talk to. Yo, bro, you missed Salt Creek earlier. Should have been on it. So you're always gonna tell people that you surfed somewhere else and it was better. Doesn't look too fun right now. Probably just gonna go get a burrito.
Our challenge today is to go out into the ocean and surf, switchfoot, and see who can get the best waves. Me, I'm injured. I grew some extra bones in my knee, so I can't even surf for a month. How East Coast of me. And the boys are heading out, and I think we got a good shot at taking this down. We got Perry, the Gaines, Tucker F. Upper heading out there, Nick Brady, and the amazing Hob.
My name's Brady. Rob Kelly is being too pro, so they needed the injury replacement.
So we show up to the beach in Atlantic City, and for once in like a month, there's actually a chest-high wave, offshore winds, and it's actually breaking for once. So we're like, this is possible. Dude, you can't surf switchfoot, it's gnarly. I'm trying to get like wasting perfect waves out there. This is the best it's been all year. This is what we're doing. Let's be real though. Dude, the boys, dude, the boys. You could have heard that in. I get on it, I'm riding it, but dude, riding switch is no joke. Like, riding switch like where you spin around while on the wave, not so hard. Popping up switch is nearly impossible. That was legit. Like, that was up, dude. Like, how do you think that's cool? You smack that turn. Walk us through it, walk us through it. Dude, you can't just surf switch. Are you guys kidding? No, but for real, it was gnarly. Gaines is up on one, dude. Gaines is up on one. Gaines. Gaines is up on one. Walking through. You're not. Gaines is waiting. He's on it, actually, fully shredding it. I know. He's a legend. That was it. He got the clip. Maybe we can just leave. Oh, our friend Perry. What are you claiming about switchfoot?
I'm claiming it's heavy.
Switchfoot, not a problem, brother. I'm the modern H. Macaulay. Switch all day. It's almost up because they really think like all the other guys' levels so bad. They think when we're serving switch, we're really trying.
We'll start with the worst. Nick Brady can't even get up switchfoot, can barely even catch a wave. I don't know what this Grom's doing out there. Blowing my mind. I'm running out of battery on the beach filming. I'm like, dude, these guys are blowing it.
Switch dance was a lot harder than I thought. I couldn't even make it to my feet. Yeah, all the other boys killed it.
The amazing Hob takes off way down beach on a right-hand bowl, grabs his board backhand. He's goofy foot, riding it crazy, gets the drop, and he makes it out. I'm like, Hob, you're killing it. Like, this guy's a legend. He's running up the beach all stoked.
I felt like it was something crazy, but I saw the footage and it was just like me riding down the line, switch on my rail, but it was really gnarly feeling. So like, switch is really cool because it can turn like a little wave into like, dude, in my mind, I was like in YMA, like.
Perry, the Gaines boy, dude, takes off on a huge left. He drops in all sketchy, then he just ends up in this crazy speed pocket. I'm like, how's a kid with this many gains going this fast? Holy hell. The boys are on fire. Tucker F. Upper turns around on a nice little right-hander. He gets up, he's struggling to his feet, but he ends up standing up, dropping in perfectly, and he actually does a little wraparound cutty and ends up riding this thing all the way to the beach. He throws up the claim because he knows that that's the best switch foot wave you're gonna get out there.
I'd say like if we were surfing switch contest, 10 out of 20, you know, something like that, like a good like 5 on the scale. I'm a 5 out of 10.
Surf and switch is a whole nother ball game, and these boys did what they could. They destroyed it, and I'm proud of the guys.
I'm not rolling. Never rolled. I'm a good kid. We're gonna ride switch today. I don't know, I skate goofy and I surf regular, so I think that I should be all right at it, but at the same time, I've never really tried it that much before.
I've never ridden switch. Austin digs it. He kind of rides switch once every session.
I like riding switch. It's fun. It's actually a lot more fun than most people think it is.
I reckon it's kind of hard, and we'll see how that goes. We'll go down south, go to Leo, something like that. Good little right-hand point break, easy, cruisy wave.
If you're not, it's like, I don't know, when you're at the beginning stages of surfing, everything that you do is a lot of fun. Like, it doesn't matter if you're doing like the craziest turn, if you're like doing a turn, you get down to the end of the wave, you're like, oh my gosh. So I'll try to go at least like once or twice, so it just kind of makes you like a little more lighthearted during a session, I think.
I've never tried to go switch. I've seen Austin do it out in the lineup a few times, looks fun, but I feel like if I go out there and try it out, I'm just gonna go head over heels, just go straight over the handlebars and just embarrass myself. So we'll give it a go and see how it goes.
I actually grew up, I think the first year I was surfing goofy, and then randomly it just clicked and I started surfing regular. I think I started because all my friends were goofy foots.
But so it'll be fun trying to do the whole time. And I've always wanted to take a board out there, like a big fat board, and then just ride switch the whole session. It was a lot of fun. The waves were actually really suited for it. It wasn't that crowded, and we were like our own little peak, so it was actually really fun. Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised how well it went.
I was shocked. It felt like my first wave all over again. It was definitely difficult. It just felt awkward, but yet I was still able to go down the line. It was a lot of fun. It was like that exciting feeling of being a kid again and riding your first wave like on the green water.
pretty sure the first like 3 times I just fell flat on my face. It was pretty embarrassing, but it was still fun. Instead, I just kind of would stand up regular and then just jump and just switch, but it was fun. I got a couple little double pumps in. I don't know, it was definitely a learning experience. I thought I was gonna be all right at it, but I ended up doing like horrible. Like, I got up a couple times, but it wasn't as easy as I remembered or had expected.
Keegan and Chase were really good with the GoPros going behind us, so I think either one of them probably got one of the better rides on film, like from right behind, so that'd be really cool.
There was actually one wave where I was behind Austin on a set wave with the GoPro, and that was the most exciting wave for me. Although I wasn't riding switch, I was the cameraman. I'm straight behind Austin, filming him ripping 2 turns at the start and then going switch stance throughout the rest of the wave. And we were pumped. We both pulled out of that wave like, dude, that was sick.
Riding switch was sick. I struggled huge, but we got it going. I got to ride behind Chase on one, which was fun. Austin was riding switch nearly the whole session. He might be a better regular foot than he is goofy. Joey did not want to go switch because the waves were actually good, so he was kind of tearing it up out there. Overall, it was fun, man. The sun was shining. We had the drone up above head. All the little groms out were tripping out on it, and it was a beautiful day, so we had fun.
The East Coast team gave us some prime examples of California surf culture. Meanwhile, the West Coast team laid into New Jersey as a whole, with the most shade award going to Chase.
They live a pretty simple life out there, which goes along with their simple vocabulary.
West Coast brought more bite, but East Coast again went that extra mile and gave an overall more entertaining portrayal. We're giving this pre-challenge to the East Coast team. Good Cali impressions weren't enough to save the East Coast. However, as their team fell apart due to Rob's tour schedule and Ben's knee, Hub and Tucker did the best they could with the Grom substitutions, but there were no match for West Coast's fully intact team. Austin and Chase brought the talent and had some sick rides, and so this surf challenge goes to the West Coast. With East Coast winning the pre-challenge and West Coast winning the surf challenge, the score is now 6-5 with East Coast leading. Stay tuned for Clash of the Coast season finale, where team captains Ben and Austin battle head-to-head in the water. One final challenge, one exciting heat. See you next time on Clash of the Coasts.